At this time of year, when you've started to put a lot of your seedling plants that you've grown on into the ground, that's where they're at their most vulnerable. And one of the things, especially on damp days, is slugs and snails coming in. And if you've seen some of my earlier videos, I'm showing about good barriers against slugs. Things like grit and also like eggshells make pretty good barriers because slugs don't like crawling over them. But there are a couple more tips and I'm just about to give them to you. First up is encouraging wildlife into the garden, as some birds, frogs, toads, ground beetles and other creatures eat slugs. Put up bird feeders and create habitats with shrubs, hedges and of course ponds. Creating log piles or leaf piles will also help encourage slug predators into your garden. Next is planting some herbs with special properties. Chives, for instance, other than the fact of being really good, especially if you're making yourself a cream cheese sandwich, and they've also got beautiful flowers as well for the bees, but inside the foliage itself, it's got a compound called Allicin, and Allicin is very toxic if eaten by slugs and snails. So planting that in and amongst your plants doesn't just look good, it's also deterring slugs. And anything with a lot of fragrance, bold fragrance like lavender or even mint, planted into the ground alongside some of your other more susceptible crops can act as a deterrent for slugs and snails. But I will say this about mint: contain the roots. Plant them in a container that's got polythene all the way around in the ground, because if the roots of the mint get out, you'll be weeding it forevermore because it really does spread. If you've got pots and containers, using copper tape or Vaseline can be a good deterrent. It's thought that copper reacts with slug slime, producing a small shock, whilst Vaseline provides a barrier that slugs struggle to pass over. Another one, which is a smelly product, is coffee grounds. So once you finish with your coffee, keep hold of the grounds and then you can put that around your soil. Don't put it close to your plant. 12 inches away around the outside is much better. And it's not just the fact that the slugs are scared of drying out as they get close to the coffee grounds. It's the fragrance as well, acts as a deterrent. But when I use the term drying out, that is exactly what you need to do to curtail slugs and snails, because they like very damp conditions. So by giving your plants, as you put them into a ground, plenty of space for air to get through and dry out, that's great. Not watering last thing at night. You can't leave patches of water around the ground because that's absolutely perfect for slugs as well. So there you have it. Wildlife, planting things like chives and fragrant herbs, spreading eggshells, grit or coffee ground, or even pine needles from your Christmas tree, and keep the area as dry as you can will all help you against the war against slugs and snails. If you like this video, please give it a like and share with your friends and family. Remember to subscribe for more content like this and switch on notifications to be notified of my latest videos.